Episode 56 UF May 30th, 2024. In Scotland, a new energy economy or abandoning clean air. Episode 56 UF May 30th, 2024. In Scotland, a new energy economy or abandoning clean air. Rosep view. Is Scotland an economic innovator, as its history suggests, or is Scotland clinging to the quaint ideas of chimney sweeps and crofts to define Scotland? Can you live in a renovated croft heated by an electricity-powered heat pump that works down to 40 degrees below zero, powered by an electric grid that reaches all rural areas, powered by clean wind and solar energy that is getting cheaper every day, and which is clean energy which is already cheaper than burning wood? Can the Scottish people do good for the many and give the chimney sweep a new job, say, nimbly climbing on roofs to install solar panels? Does flexibility mean bringing new businesses into Scotland that bring clean air by plucking and throwing into the dustbin of history the low-hanging fruit of indoor residential burning that contributes so much to air pollution by bringing in new businesses like wind and solar power generation to replace the sector of the Scottish economy, indoor residential wood burning, that is contributing disproportionately to polluting the air, sickening neighbors near and far, and hastening climate change that produces weather disruptions to the Scottish economy now on a regular basis? Airports are shut down because of wood smoke pollution, and people are advised to stay inside their sealed homes with multiple air purifiers running. How much disruption of normal human activity does it take for a government to say, enough unnecessary air pollution from indoor residential wood burning? The government did speak, and there was a little backlash, and the backlashers and backbenchers think they have their chance to reverse good, productive change, with what they characterize as the old ways, chimney sweeps and crofts, and a rosy picture of air pollution, tailored to hundreds of years ago, before there were clean alternatives for home heating and cooking. When Disney looks back, the chimney sweeps are cavorting on rooftops. In reality, indoor residential wood burning lowers life expectancy. Are individuals in rural communities really calling for a rethink? Or are the cynical sellers of wood stoves and scarce wood fuel calling for another day to shill their wares to a shrinking and increasingly educated, but what the indoor residential wood stove sellers think is a still somewhat gullible public? Have the wood stove sellers found their small front of crofters who are willing to testify and turn back time and slow the clean winds of change? On May 28, 2024, a BBC website wrote, the Scottish government will review a new law that effectively bans wood-burning stoves in new-build homes. The policy was designed to help reduce air pollution and tackle climate change, but rural communities had called for a rethink. Rosep view. With regard to one of the teasers in one of the articles below, there are no myths about heat pumps that Rosep has ever read. Heat pumps are relatively straightforward. Heat pumps require no burning fuel and therefore are clean energy. They merely transfer heat from the outside air into a home in the winter, and a PERC, transfer heat out of a home into the outside air in the summer, providing air conditioning also. There are government rebates for heat pumps based on a sliding income scale. Those rebates surely do more good for the environment than current irrational subsidies for industrial wood burning in the United Kingdom, which wastes taxpayers' money currently and contributes to air pollution on a massive scale. Are wood stoves emotional, romantic, or capable of stirring eloquence, as one of these articles posits? Rosep doubts that coughing, wheezing, and dying early evokes real solidarity with indoor residential wood stoves. There are two critical, extremely harmful, emissions from wood burning, it is true: CO2, labeled a greenhouse gas, and PM 2.5, ignobly ignored and not counted by any nation in the world in calculating meeting their climate goals, as if PM 2.5 doesn't exist. Wood burning emits 2.8 times the emissions of CO2 and PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel coal burning. Wood burning emits 450 times the PM 2.5 as the fossil fuel natural gas burning. PM 2.5, particulate matter of 2.5 micrometer size, is the perfect size to infiltrate the human lung, setting off a cascade of human health problems and early deaths. Rosep will go out on a limb here, but not very far onto the tree limb, to say that this is all you need to know that indoor residential wood burning is harmful to human health and harmful to the climate. There is no myth about heat pumps. Rosep will also go out on another tree limb to say that the issue is indoor residential wood stoves here, not open fires. The legislation concerns banning indoor residential wood stoves in new construction in Scotland, full stop, despite news stories meant to sow confusion rather than illuminate the issue of simply stopping wood-burning air pollution that harms health and the environment. The news story headlines from United Kingdom, Scotland. Wood-burning stove ban in new construction. BBC News, UK on X. Scottish government to review wood-burning stove restrictions https://t.co. Twitter.com full coverage chimney sweep says new legislation is endangering his livelihood. The Southern Reporter he is backing a campaign against new regulations banning solid fuel systems, such as wood-burning stoves, in new-build homes and possible further. BBC Have wood-burning stoves been banned in Scotland? May 28, 2024. Scotland is Scottish government to review wood-burning stove restrictions. Ministers think again on wood-burning stoves ban. The Times: a ban on wood-burning stoves in Scotland will be reviewed after SNP ministers admitted the regulations were inflexible. Scottish government set to U-turn on wood-burning stoves ban in new-build homes. Northern Times. An example of a wood-burning stove that would have been banned in new-build properties. The Scottish government has performed a U-turn. Scottish government to review wood-burning stove restrictions. Yahoo News Canada. The Scottish government will review a new law that effectively bans wood-burning stoves in new-build homes. SNP announced review into wood-burning stove ban. Open Times. The Scottish government has announced that it plans to review its ban on wood-burning stoves in new-build homes following significant backlash. The stove fitters and sweeps fighting for wood-burning stoves. The Herald workers in the wood-burning stove industry have said that thousands of people will lose their jobs if the government phases out wood-burning. Waste license suspended at Firehit battery plant. BBC Scottish government to review wood-burning stove restrictions. The policy was designed to help reduce air pollution and tackle climate change. Wood-burning stove ban Scotland. Government to adapt regulations. The Scottish government has committed to reviewing and adapting the regulations on wood-burning stoves and biomass boilers. Wood-burning stoves? Have they been banned in Scotland? AOL.com wood burners are appliances such as wood-burning stoves, fireplaces, and fire pits that are used to burn wood in our homes or gardens, usually for Why Scots are fighting for their wood-burning stoves. The Herald, the wood-burning stove, for many who have them, is about more than just heat. There is an emotional element to its appreciation, a romance. The PM 2.5 issue isn't wood-burning stoves. It's still open fires. The Herald, the particulate matter. This element of the issue is one that historical geographer Fraser MacDonald dug into a year ago in a very eloquent essay in controversy over wood-burning stoves in Scotland, is a reminder that there are two issues. One is greenhouse gas emissions. The other is particulate matter. The PM 2.5 issue isn't wood-burning stoves. It's still open fires. May 28, 2024. Heat pumps. MYTHS, Truths and Costs Wood-burning stoves environment health. There has long been controversy around wood-burning stoves, but till more recently it didn't revolve around greenhouse gas emissions, how clean, in terms of carbon dioxide wood-burning is, or whether they might face a ban in the race to net zero. Historical geographer Fraser MacDonald, Burning Questions, Home Fires. United Kingdom, Shetland. COVID Remembrance, Wood-burning stoves, garden competition. Shetland News. A flag, created as part of a national COVID remembrance project, is flying on top of Lerwick Town Hall. The flag has been created by local artists. In other news, in episode 56 UF Topics 2 to 13, 2, World. From 22,000 miles up, a new sensor can track air pollution to its source, ESRI bad air, ground-level ozone pollution and fine particulate matter, PM 2.5. After years of decline, PM 2.5 started increasing again around 2016. 3, World. Spatial variability of pollution source contributions during 2012 to 2013 and 2018 to 2019 Science Direct, secondary nitrate and secondary sulfate, the emissions of which substantially decreased after 2008, contributed mostly to the ambient PM 2.5. 4, California, Redding. Firefighters respond to vegetation fire that spread to garage in Redding. Action News. Now burning wood pile behind the home that spread to the garage, causing moderate damage. Cal Fire said the home is vacant. The cause of the fire is 5, New York. Air pollution spotlight. Fine particulate matter, New York Almanac. Fine particulate matter, or PM 2.5, particles 2.5 microns, m, in size and smaller, is a mixture of microscopic particles of solids or liquids in 6, North Carolina. Rozep View. Glamping is highly polluting camping if it includes wood burning. Glamping is a growing trend. Here are 12 spots to try at or near the NC Coast Rock Hill Herald. Wood smoke and insect repellent. Glamping setups range from rustic to a couple of years ago, Holden Beach RV campground carved out a section of 7, Israel. Israeli study reveals correlation between fetal air pollution exposure, low birth weight. Sheen-Wide underscored the positive correlation between the density of PM 2.5, particulate matter with a diameter of 2.5 micrometers, a key indicator of 8, China, PM 2.5, and human pet antibiotic resistance. Transmission of human pet antibiotic resistance via aerosols in pet hospitals of Changchun. ScienceDirect.com. Especially, fine particulate matter, PM 2.5, serves as a unique pathway for the environmental spread of ARGs and for the exposure of the general. 9, India, Faridabad. Faridabad suffocates in poor air. Tribune India. After AQI crossed the 300 mark on Monday, the average PM 2.5 level, particulate matter of 2.5 micrograms in 1 cubic meters, was recorded at 288.10 PM 2.5. And brain health. Brain health compromised by climate change. MedPage. Today, few neurologists are aware of the importance of exposure to PM 2.5, particulate matter with a diameter of less than 2.5 micrometers, from fossil fuels as 11, PM 2.5, and dementia. A link between air pollution and dementia. Lifespan.io. Particulate matter with a diameter of less than or equal to 2.5 micrometers, PM 2.5. However, the literature about other air pollutants and traffic noise is inconsistent. 12, 2.5, and mental health. Early life air, noise pollution exposure tied to later mental health issues. Health Day. The researchers found that after covariate adjustment, interquartile range increases 0.72 μg/m3 in fine particulate matter less than 2.5 micrometers, PM 2.5, 13, PM 2.5, and preterm birth risk. Association between risk of preterm birth and long-term and short-term exposure to ambient BMC. Public Health, Biomed Central. Additionally, we reported that maternal exposure to high levels of PM 2.5 and PM 10 during pregnancy may increase risk for preterm birth at late stage.